Hey everybody, this is Barry Carter, the editor of PokerStrategy.com, and I am going to fumble my way through a video about Hearthstone today. I haven't played a video game for about 13 years. Prior to this, the last one I played was Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I think it was. And we'd written a few things on the site about Hearthstone, because obviously a lot of poker players have been getting interested in it, because it's a card game of sorts. And my kind of boss told me, why don't you have a little game on Hearthstone so you can understand it better? And I had a little play around, and for the first few minutes I was like, well, this is stupid, with dragons and elves and orcs and so on. And about 5 minutes in, I got so addicted I had to put an app on my computer to stop me playing it during working hours, because I was getting into it that much. So I thought it'd be interesting to make a short video from a poker player's perspective as to what the similarities and the differences are. If you play Hearthstone, then I advise you to still watch this, to watch me just struggle through the whole thing, because I'm still a bit of a noob at this, and in video games in general, so it will just be funny to see how bad I am. If you're a poker player, same thing really, I'm not that good a poker player either, so the best reason to watch this is, I guess, to see how easy Hearthstone is to get into. It looks really complicated because there's so many moving parts to it, but actually, once you've played like for 2 minutes, I think you get the general gist of how to play and what the similarities and the differences are. I mean, if you've ever played like a point-and-click game, I guess World of Warcraft would fall into that bracket. It's a bit like that. It's a bit like poker. It's a bit like top trumps. But I'm just going to dive right in and give you the lay of the land, really. There's lots of different ways you can play Hearthstone, but we'll just jump straight into this. It will just usually put you up against someone of equal ability to begin with, especially if you go to casual mode. And the first thing that's very different with poker is there are lots of different characters you can pick. Each one of these people will have different sets of cards to the other, and depending on the character, it will have different special abilities and so on. So, for example, this character I like playing at the moment, the priest, amongst his cards that are slightly different, he can heal himself. He has some sort of ability to stay in the game longer in that way. The warrior is a bit more of a blunt force, just attack kind of thing. I think the shaman is really good at. He's got lots of cards that will draw more cards, so you generally have an advantage there. This isn't going to make any sense to you now. Again, what I'm going to do is I think I'll play 2 games. The first one I'll just play standard, and I'll probably lose, and I'll just explain what's happening as I go along. And in the second game, I'll have a crack at actually trying to win the damn thing. One of the big ways in which this is really different to poker is that the decks of cards constantly evolve, they constantly change. You will see new ones all the time, but fundamentally they do the same types of things. So don't worry too much
versus Jaina
about memorizing the cards.
You asked for it.
Anything like that. So
It is on.
you start with 3 or 4 cards. And once you know the game a little bit, you know which cards are good to start with and which goods you might want to keep till later. So in a bit like in draw games in poker, you can actually get rid of some of these cards and swap them for something else. Again, it's randomly assigned to you. Just to show you how you do it. I mean, I'd actually keep that card normally, but I'm going to get rid of that just to show you how it works. And I'm going to draw something else. And these are all relatively decent starting cards. Right. Hello. You can, as you can see, I've got 4 cards here, but if you see these blue numbers, 2, 2, 1, 1, this is called your mana, whatever that is, and this is this thing here, and in the early going, you can only draw 1 mana cards. In the next round, it's 2 mana cards.
What to do?
The third round, it's 3 mana cards, and so on, all the way till 10. So to liken this to poker, in the early stages, it's like small blind poker. You know, the blinds are quite deep, so you can only do smallish type movements. In the later stages of the tournament, you can draw bigger cards. It's like high blind poker. It's much more aggressive. Okay, let's just draw this. This deals 3 damage among random enemies.
My magic will tear you apart.
So my mission here is to get this person's health, which was started at 30, down to 27. And that card that I drew dished out 3 units of damage to this player. They're going to do something similar to me now. He's done the exact same thing. Yeah. Okay, so you can see these fellas here. I've got dragons and raptors and crocodiles and so on. These are called minions. And these are cards that I put out onto the board.
Job's done.
And in each subsequent round, I can use these to attack this person. This yellow number 2 is how many units of damage I'm going to do, 2. And this red one here is this card's health. So this person needs to hit me with 3 units of damage to get rid of this card, or they could go straight to attacking me and leaving this on here. The problem with that would be that means that I get to attack them with this one every subsequent round.
My magic will tear you apart.
That's nice. So this person probably should try and attack this card to remove it from the game remove it from the board, so I can't attack them with it. But we'll see what they do. Yeah, so this person has drawn a secret card, which is going to complicate things further. That normally means that I have to do something, and then I'll get sort of punished for doing that. So we'll just see what the secret was, really. I'm going to attack this person now. So normally I'd do 2 units of damage to this player, but I reckon they've got a secret that's going to... There we go, that's going to balls that one up. So I've attacked them, but their secret gave them some armour to stop me from doing it anyway. So I've still got this guy, can use this guy next round until he gets killed. I've got 3 of these mana things, and I'm going to draw this minion. Again, it's a player like this.
What to do?
But some of these minions have special properties. They do certain things when you draw them, and in the case of this particular person, he's actually increased the attack of my other minions. So if this person's wise, they probably want to get rid of this guy on my side before they get rid of this guy, because this guy is a multiplying factor for the rest of my players. So I mean, you get that a lot in Hearthstone. A lot of the cards can be used in conjunction with each other, and if you're quite patient and draw a lot of big cards in the second sort of stage of the tournament, you can actually do a lot of damage quite quickly. Okay, so this player that I'm facing, I definitely want to get rid of them because they can attack me with every single turn. So I'd attack this player instead of going straight for the main player. But the problem is they've got something called a death rattle, which means when I kill them, this person gets another card. So it's advantageous for me to kill them. It's kind of advantageous for me not to kill them. But just to show you what the deal is, instead of attacking this person, I'm going to attack their minion. So that one can't attack me. I've got 4 mana in this round, and what I'm going to do is I've drawn a taunt card. So again, it's a card that can attack like these other guys.
Job done.
But where the taunt is very, very useful is that when this person draws a minion again, they have to attack my taunt first. So this player here, he can't attack this player or my main character. He has to attack this person first. And the reason why that's useful is that when you have somebody particularly valuable on your board, like for example, this guy's quite valuable because he has this multiplying effect. It keeps them in the game longer. So let's see what I'm going to do. Okay. So So again, when this person dies, it actually summons up someone that I don't want to be at the table. So I'm gonna attack this person direct.
Very hard. Man.
I actually don't want this player to die, as daft as it sounds. I've got 5.
Someone's out on me.
Okay.
They'll never know what hit them.
Again, this is another good player, and when you one of his special properties is as soon as you draw him, he attacks this guy. Oh. Well, what actually happened there was I think the person I was playing against got bored with how slow I was going, rather than, or maybe I was just playing so incredibly well that they were intimidated by me. But you can concede at any time, and this means I've won. I get some gold bags, which don't actually do much. But what does happen when you win, is that you earn more cards as you go along, and this sort of status symbols. So the more you play, the better you become. So I'm going to find another game to play, and I think you got the general idea there. So I think I might go in for a proper game. This is a character I've actually custom made the deck of cards that I'm likely to get drawn myself. That's something you can do. So you can decide whether you can have quite aggressive cards. You can have cards that have got lots of spells. You can have cards that are quite conservative and protect you. Obviously, you need to get a mix of the two.
Versus Garage.
Victory or death.
The light shall bring victory.
Okay, so these are my starting cards, and I quite like all of them. It deals damage. That's quite a strong thing. This one deals some damages. This one gives us back some health. I'm going to stick with those. And I'm going to try and beat this guy.
One shot.
So, I can only draw 1 strength cards. This isn't a particular threat to me. I'm not too sure I'm going to start, actually.
I must consider.
That's a text message from my personal trainer. Okay, just for argument's sake, I'm just going to get rid of this guy. So I dealt a card that just kills him straight off the bat. So that obviously wasn't very good for me. My character here has the ability to heal himself 1 or 2 different ways. And I've just taken quite a big hit of damage. So this particular card gives me the ability to heal myself. And this is my special ability, this one here. My special ability is to give myself 2 units of health back. His special ability is to give himself 2 units of armor, which is tantamount to the same thing a lot of the time. But I've essentially nullified what he did, but I've used up cards to do it, and oh, Jesus, that wasn't very nice, was it? Okay, so this is a useful card for getting rid of destroy a minion with 3 or less attack. He's got 3 attack, he's got 3 health. At this stage in the game, this is a reasonable card to use. I'm sure a Hearthstone expert will tell me how terrible I'm playing right now. So yeah, you can draw as many cards as your mana will allow at any stage, but there is a finite number of cards that you get dealt in this game, and if you get rid of them all too early, it can render you powerless. So you do have to find a balance of being aggressive and being conservative with the cards that you've got. So
Job's done.
So this particular card I dealt brings up 2 of these little guys, which is obviously useful for me because every card only has 1 attack per turn. So he obviously has a really good deck of cards at the moment. I mean, this is where the poker thing comes in, big time. I mean, so far this guy has had the card to deal with everything I've put out there. Now that could be because he's very good and he's built up a deck himself, which is very hard to beat, or it could be just he's running really good. He could have just been literally dealt everything that he needs to destroy me at this stage. I'm not good enough a Hearthstone player to know if this is skill or variance, to be perfectly honest. So let's have a look what we can do now. I'm going to put my taunt in there. This guy's definitely going to... This guy's got 4 attack and 5 health. Mine's got 3 attack and 3 health. That you can do the maths. I'm going to lose the battle here, but the reason I put this here is to stop him from attacking me here, because that's what the taunt does. I've got enough of that to heal myself again. Now this guy's only got 3 cards. I've got 4 cards. He's blowing his wad a little bit sooner than me because he has been very aggressive. What he's just drawn there looks quite intimidating.
One shot, one kill.
Okay, so this is a very strong card.
Job's done.
Just a taunt like the one I've just dealt there, but obviously you can see it's got 6 attack and 5 health, so it's going to beat these 2 guys, so I'll be safe for another round, most likely. And I've got more cards than this guy at the moment. I'm hoping that in the second part of this tournament, that means I'm gonna be at an advantage. It hasn't worked out for me yet so far. Again, if you're a Hearthstone player and I'm making horrific mistakes here, I would love to hear about it. This is just a 3-week-old Hearthstone player. I mean, looks like he's got some decent cards here now, so he's going to do quite well. Oh, Jesus, right, okay. I think I've just got to draw my strongest card here. Massively outgunned at this stage. I'm just hoping... This isn't a taunt, so these guys can just literally attack me. And just go straight past this guy. I'm just hoping that they're going to be a bit more conservative and try and get rid of my threat before they do that, because 5... Yeah,
I wonder.
This must be really funny for someone who's really good at Hearthstone to watch me struggle like this and try and explain it at the same time like I'm some sort of expert, but...
For the war chief!
Yeah, I'm kind of dead. Yeah, you're literally going to watch... this guy's got enough attack units now, you are literally about to watch me die. So I think I'll try and get one more game in once he beats me. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, I'm going to survive one more round by the looks of things. I actually think he could have beat me straight away there, but it's probably the equivalent of slow rolling me. So, I think what I've got to do is
What do
just...
you want?
I'll put a taunt there, so they've got to attack the taunt first. There's no point adding any... This is...
What you want?
The thing is... Yeah.
Taste my steel.
So the still massively outgunned at the moment, but these two have to attack with taunts first. Taunts are probably my favourite card for that reason, really. They're just... Oh, motherfucker. Okay, that's me done. Yeah. So, Hearthstone experts, was that a lack of skill on my part, or was I unlucky that this guy just seemed to get dealt a lot of really good cards? I'm going to play one more game. I'm going to try and win it. And I'm hoping that it appears self-explanatory what you have to do with Hearthstone. If not, download it for free. It is free. I'm not entirely sure how Hearthstone make money. I think the way they make money is for the people that can't be bothered to work their way up the ranks. So they just buy. They just buy all the decks of cards, which I'm not entirely sure where all the fun is in that. I did hear last week that Hearthstone make $20 million a month. So there are some lazy people out there if that is the case.
Job's done.
Obviously, you can't play for real money with Hearthstone, but what you can do is you can entice poker players to play you for prop bets, and I've probably shown that you can get an inflated sense of self-confidence without merit from playing Hearthstone. So I'm pretty certain you can trick a poker player into thinking they were the absolute shit at Hearthstone in the hopes of getting them to play you for actual money. You should probably try and do that against me the way things are going at the moment. This should be interesting because this guy he's got the same character as me, so he's probably going to play it a lot better than I am.
Job's done.
I like the character I've got because obviously he can heal himself. He also has a few cards which then lead to other cards being drawn. So in the later stages of the game, you can be at a big advantage because you've got more cards to play.
Taste my steel. Job's done. Taste my steel.
So I've got 5 units to spend in this round. If in doubt, get a taunt.
Job's done.
But again, I like the strategy of forcing them to attack this guy instead of my MVPs, as it were. This is an interesting card. The more it's got 7 health units. I quite like this card actually. It's got 7 health units, but every time you attack it, it gets stronger. So like Hulk smash, it kind of the more you hurt it, the more harm it does. So it's actually quite a prudent thing to try and get rid of this in one go. Because if I attack him now, he's actually just going to be stronger because he's going to survive the first attack. So usually a card for that. So I'm actually going to avoid attacking him if I can. I'm going to put this there.
The gates are open.
And I'm actually going to, knowing full well that he has to attack these taunts, I'm going to go straight to the main character and make him waste a round on attacking me. That seems like a good strategy to me. Again, Hearthstone players, let me know if you think that's a good strategy or think I'm absolutely abysmal. And yeah, I mean, I do this when I've got this guy. Because you have these cards. You have these cards that can strengthen other cards, and we both have the ability to heal our players. So it's really, really good what he's doing here. He's actually making this guy stronger and stronger and improving his health as we go along. Luckily for me, I've got a card that now destroys him. This is, he did everything right there, and this is the poker equivalent of just finding an ace on the river, really. You can just find that one card that just completely cocks up their entire strategy. And, you know, it wasn't a great deal of skill on my end. I just had the card that did it.
Farewell.
Got 4 left. I'm actually just going to heal this guy. Probably not the best thing to do, but I really like having... Ah, fuck me. This always happens. I got disconnected for a few seconds, but I'm back.
Job's done.
I don't know if that's a Hearthstone problem. I mean, they have millions of people playing all at the same time, or if it's just my internet connection. But it does happen a little bit more than I like getting disconnected. I think I'm going to win this. He's got 2 cards. I've got loads of cards. I've got some strong guys out there already. You need something quite game-changing to happen. What am I going to do?
I must consider it.
I think I'm in an advantageous position, so I'm going to bring out the big guns now. Again, I'm avoiding this guy simply because I've got the taunt, so he has to attack me. I'm going to let him waste a turn on attacking me.
Tastingo! Yes!
This is great. This is my favourite card. Because I've got the ability... Whenever a minion is healed, I get to draw a card. And I have the ability to heal minions. So this actually is a particularly useful card for me, because obviously the more cards you have, the more options you have. So, that's out on the deck. I'm going to attack this guy. I'm going to heal my minion. And I've got an extra card, which in the later stages of the game is huge. I've got 6 mana left. So I can still draw something else interesting. I'm actually going to...
I hope you like my invention.
I get to draw another card with this fella. So, this guy's absolutely screwed now. In my opinion, he needs a big card. And there are big cards that will just ruin this completely for me. Very wisely, he knows how powerful that card is. And has got rid of it. That's good play for him. And that's one of the toughest SOBs in the game. But it's irrelevant now, because I'm good enough at maths to know that I've won. Again, Hearthstone players, was that skill, was that variance? I don't know. But I feel pretty confident about myself, which is one of those good things about variance-based card games. Now I think I'm the absolute daddy at this, and I'm probably going to end up betting $1,000 that I can beat someone who's quite good. But there you have it, really. God, I hope that wasn't boring. God, I hope that made some sense. Basically, you're trying to kill the other guy. and it's numbers. Forget the dragons, forget the orcs, forget all that shit. It's numbers. It's can my numbers beat your numbers is essentially what it is. Can my numbers beat your numbers, and with odd little quirky caveats in there as well. It's completely free to play. You only spend money later down the line with a bit similar to a lot of the mobile games you get. And it's fun. And I managed to win 2 out of 3 games there, albeit because I was probably boring the guy to death. So yeah, I'll probably make another one of these videos. I would absolutely love to get experienced Hearthstone players' feedback onto how well they think I read the game as a 3-week-old Hearthstone player. But yeah, I mean, if you're a poker player and you're considering trying it, I suggest you download it for free now. And if you put a comment in the news that I'm gonna post this on and give me your idea, I will happily play against you, and hopefully we can learn something interesting from it. So yeah, that's great. So good luck with that, guys. This is Barry Carter for PokerStrategy.com playing Hearthstone.